Anyone staying in a hotel in San Diego will see a higher tax listed on their bills. The tax ranges depending on how close to downtown you are. So, for example, if you're staying in a downtown hotel and your room costs $250 a night, you'd see an extra $34 a night on your bill. This is all because in March 2020, voters supported Measure C by a wide margin. You're excused if you don't remember that very well, because a couple of weeks after the election, everything changed when we shut down the economy to try to stop the spread of COVID. So here's a refresher. Measure C asked voters to support a higher hotel room tax and promised that the money would go to a long-desired expansion of the convention center. But also, it would fund services for homeless residents and road repair. More than 65% of voters supported it, but it did not pass. Except it did pass. Hold on, I'll explain. In California, local governments need support from 2/3 of voters to pass a special tax. That means 67% of voters need to support a tax that will fund something specific. If a government just wants to pass a tax for its general needs, it only needs more than 50% of the vote. But then that all changed. Courts ruled that any citizens' initiative can pass with 50% of the vote. So you might think that would apply to Measure C. But the city attorney in 2020 said it needed 2/3 of the vote, and it has been tied up in courts ever since. Now the city says enough courts have weighed in, and it will start collecting the higher hotel room tax in May. There's just one problem. Remember, this money was supposed to go toward expanding the convention center, and now the city says it can no longer afford to expand the convention center. Hotels poured millions into getting Measure C passed, but now they will have to be okay with 59% of the money collected going to, quote, finance convention center improvements and otherwise support convention center operations. The rest of the money will fund homeless services. However, the city is going to keep it all in a bank account until one last court battle is resolved. I'm Scott Lewis for Voice of San Diego, and that's why it matters.